Muhammad Ali learned that his real name wasn't Cassius Clay 20 years later. The truth his mother had hidden caused Ali to question his entire life story. So what was his mother hiding from him? This story came to light after Ali's death. When his wife Lonnie was collecting Ali's personal belongings, the letter she found completely changed the Muhammad Ali story the world knew. And what was learned from this letter also explained why Ali behaved so differently in his final years. Louisville, Kentucky, March 12, 1995, Sunday morning. Muhammad Ali was sitting in his home office. He was 53 years old, and Parkinson's disease was progressively getting worse. His speech had become difficult. His hands constantly trembled. But that morning his mind was clear because he had made a very important decision. Recently, Ali had been having strange dreams. In his dreams, people he didn't recognize were calling him Samuel. He had never heard this name anywhere. But in the dreams, it felt very familiar, as if this name belonged to him. On his desk sat an old wooden box. He hadn't opened this box for 20 years. Inside was his mother's last letter. Odessa Clay had given Ali this letter before she died in 1975. "My beloved son," his mother had said that day, breathing her last breaths in her bed. "Open this letter only at a very important time. There's a truth inside that you need to know. But wait until you're ready. This secret could change your life." Ali was at the peak of his career back then. He had beaten Joe Frazier for the 3rd time, had defeated George Foreman. He was world champion, had millions of dollars. Everyone knew him. What could be more important, he had thought. How much more important could my life get? He had stored the letter and forgotten about it, but it would come to mind occasionally, especially during difficult times when his mother died, when he opposed the Vietnam War, when he received prison threats. In those moments, he would feel the letter's presence, but he had never had the courage to open it, because deep down he was afraid. His mother's final words had been very serious. "It could change your life," she had said. Ali didn't want change back then, but now everything was different. The disease had progressed. Maybe he was in the final period of his life. Now the important time had come. And those dreams, the Samuel voices were echoing in his ears. Ali opened the box with his trembling hands. A yellowed, old envelope emerged from inside. On it, in his mother's handwriting, it read, "My dear Cassius, the final truth. May God forgive me." Ali slowly opened the envelope. He noticed his hands trembling. A 2-page letter emerged from inside. His mother's familiar handwriting, but this time more shaky, older. "My dear son, if you are reading these lines, the time has come to tell you the truth. For 53 years I have lied to you and the world. This lie has pained my heart every day, because you are truly not Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. Your real name is Samuel Washington." Ali's breath stopped. He put the letter on the table, stood up. This wasn't possible. But the letter continued. "In 1942, when you were 6 months old, your real family brought you to us. It was a very complicated situation back then. Your biological mother was a young black girl, only 16 years old. When she got pregnant, her family disowned her. Your father was the son of one of Louisville's wealthiest white families and was married. He couldn't handle the scandal. During that period, your father Cassius and I had been trying to have children for years. The doctors had told me, 'You'll never be able to become a mother.' I would cry myself to sleep at night. Then you came. My miracle came. But we took you with one condition. You would never learn the truth. Your real family was one of Louisville's wealthiest white families, the Washington family." The letter fell from Ali's hands. There was silence in the room. Only the wall clocks ticking and Ali's rapid breathing could be heard. Ali had thousands of questions in his mind. What about Clay's father? What about childhood memories? Who was he? Really who? He picked up the letter again, trembling as he continued reading. "Your biological father was John Alexander Washington, the eldest son of the Washington family in Louisville. It was a very wealthy family, the city's most respected family. Your biological mother was Mary Johnson, their housekeeper's daughter. Beautiful, intelligent, but a very young girl. Love developed between the two. John was married, but he loved Mary. When you were born, John wanted to acknowledge you, but his family wouldn't allow it. Interracial marriages were illegal in Kentucky back then. The Washington family wanted to cover up the scandal. They sent Mary away from the city, took you, brought you to us. They also gave us money. A lot of money. For your care, your education, your future. But the most important condition was this: you would never learn the truth. We gave you the name Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. Cassius Marcellus Clay was the name of an anti-slavery politician. We thought we had chosen a good name, a name suitable for your future. But your real name was Samuel Alexander Washington. Ali collapsed to the floor. For 53 years, he had lived with the wrong name. He had grown up with the wrong identity. He had become champion with the wrong story. But the letter contained even more shocking details. Cassius, you have biological siblings. The Washington family has 3 more children. They are your half-siblings: Richard, Margaret, and Thomas. They still live in Louisville. They're wealthy, respectable people. Richard is a banker, Margaret is a doctor, Thomas is a lawyer. But none of them know about your existence. Only one person knows: your biological father, John Washington. He should still be alive. In 1995, he would be 78 years old. He lives at 1247 Riverside Drive in that big white mansion. Son, you must wonder why I kept this truth from you for 53 years. There are several reasons. First, I was afraid. I was afraid that if you learned the truth, you would leave our family and go to your real family. You were our miracle. Without you, our life had no meaning. Second, for your own good. The Washington family had rejected you. If you went to them, maybe they would reject you again. With us, you were safe. You were loved. Third, society wasn't ready back then. Mixed-race children had it very hard. You were more protected in our family. But now I've grown old. Death is approaching. And my conscience isn't at peace. You have the right to know the truth. Cassius, your father, doesn't know about this letter. He loves you as his real son, and he'll love you that way until he dies. This will be hard for him too. The decision is yours. What you do with this truth is up to you. But know that whatever name you have, whatever family you come from, you will always be our heart, our soul. I love you, son. May God protect you. Your mother, Odessa, note. Your biological mother, Mary, died young in 1960. She loved you very much, too. She always missed you. When Ali finished the letter, he was in tears. The letter he had kept for 20 years had caused him to question his entire life. Samuel Alexander Washington. This was his real name. Ali got up and went to the window. He looked outside. The Louisville landscape stretched before him. He had been born in this city, grown up here, become champion here. But now he didn't know who he was. Who was the Clay family to him? Were they his real family or someone else's? Who was the Washington family? Rich whites, the ones who rejected him. But blood ties. His head was confused. That day he didn't talk to anyone. He didn't even mention the letter to his wife, Lonnie, because he didn't know what to believe. But he thought all night long. If this was true, his whole life was a lie. The Cassius Clay identity was a lie. Even the Muhammad Ali identity was built on a lie. The next day, Ali made a decision. He would find his real father, John Washington. 47 Riverside Drive. Ali had memorized the address. He got in his car and went there. There was a big white mansion there. Its garden was perfect. Expensive cars in the garage. Ali waited in his car and watched the mansion. It was 2 in the afternoon. An elderly man was working in the garden. 78 years old, white-haired. He looked a bit like Ali. Especially in the nose and chin, there was resemblance. Ali got out of his car and approached the mansion. His heart was beating rapidly. Was this man really his father? "Excuse me," Ali said. "Mr. Washington?" The elderly man turned. When he saw Ali, he was surprised. First he recognized him, then he wasn't sure. Because why would Muhammad Ali be in his garden? "Yes, I'm John Washington." Aren't you Muhammad Ali?" "Yes," Ali said. "But I think you know me by another name." John Washington's face went pale. He dropped his gardening tool. His hand started trembling. "Samuel," he whispered, as if his breath was cut off. "Yes," Ali said. "Samuel Alexander Washington." The two men looked at each other. After 53 years, father and son were face to face. John Washington's eyes filled with tears. "My God," he said. "I thought about you every day. I watched every match of yours, with pride. But I never had the courage to come to you." "Why?" Ali asked. "Because I had betrayed you? I had abandoned you. I abandoned my son for money and status. I was a coward." Ali felt a strange feeling inside. Was this man really his father? What about the Clay family? Were they fake? "Isn't Cassius Clay my real father?" he asked. John Washington shook his head. "No, my boy. He was a wonderful father to you, but he's not your biological father. You are my son, my greatest mistake and my greatest pride." "My mother? Mary Johnson?" "Yes. She was very beautiful, very intelligent. She loved you very much. She died in 1960, young, from heart disease. Until her last breath, she remembered you." Their conversation lasted 2 hours. John Washington told everything. His young love, his fear, the decisions he made, his regrets. "When you were born," John said, "my family panicked. They said, there will be scandal, our business life will end, our social position will be ruined. I got scared too. I was 25 years old, young and foolish. We sent you away. What about now? My siblings. They don't know about you. My family stayed true to their decision. But I always missed you. I watched every TV program you appeared on. I watched your matches. I would think, this is my son, but I couldn't tell anyone." When Ali returned home, his head was in complete confusion. Who was he? Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, or Samuel Washington? That night, he told Lonnie everything. Lonnie was shocked but supported Ali. "You determine your own identity, Ali," she said. "Name is just a label. You show who you are with your heart, with your actions." Ali thought for days. Clay's father, Cassius, was still alive. He was 83 years old. Should he tell him this truth? Was he also part of the lie? Finally, he made his decision. He would tell Clay's father. When Clay's father learned the truth, he cried. "I knew," he said. "I had always suspected. You came suddenly, we didn't look alike at all. But I loved you so much that I didn't want to question it." "Are you angry with me?" Ali asked. "No, son. You grew up as my son. You became champion as my son. So what if there's no blood tie? You are my pride." Ali began meeting regularly with John Washington. The old man wanted to introduce him to his other siblings, but Ali wasn't ready yet. "Maybe one day," Ali said, "but now I just want to get to know you." John Washington and Ali re-watched Ali's old matches together. "I saw myself in every punch," John said. "But I saw the Clay family in every victory. They were the people who raised you." Ali learned a lot from these conversations, about himself, about identity, about family. He understood that blood ties are important, but love ties are more important. The Clay family had given him love, values, character. The Washington family had only given him genes. When John Washington died in 1996, Ali attended his funeral. "I'm a family friend," he said. Nobody questioned him. This story changed Ali a lot. He became more tolerant, more understanding, because he had learned that identity is a complex thing. He now accepted both Cassius Clay and Muhammad Ali and Samuel Washington. When Ali died, in 2016, his wife Lonnie shared this story. Ali wanted people to know, she said, identity is determined not just by the name you're born with, but by the life you live. This story teaches us that who we are is not determined by the name we're born with, but by what we choose. Ali, whatever name he carried, had always defended the same values: justice, courage, honesty. Names can change, but character doesn't. And Ali, whatever name he was called by, would always be a great character. Because greatness isn't measured by what name you carry, but by what principles you uphold. Ali proved this throughout his life. Whether as Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, or Samuel Washington, he always remained true to his values. That's what made him truly great. Not his victories in the ring, but his character outside of it. This story reminds us that our identity is not fixed. We can honor our past while creating our future. Ali did exactly that. He honored all three of his identities and became greater because of it.